In just 3 months, Keir Starmer has plunged the UK into a crisis even greater than the problems he promised to resolve. From breaking his pledge not to raise taxes and weakening the working class, to imprisoning citizens for their social media posts while letting dangerous criminals walk free, Starmer is proving himself to be one of the worst Prime Ministers in British history. These mistakes could cost him his position before he even reaches his 1-year anniversary in office. It may sound unbelievable, but let's dive deeper into this shocking event and bring you the latest updates from across the country. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to stay informed on all the important developments. Since taking office, Keir Starmer has faced a series of daunting challenges. Although the Labour Party won after 14 years of Conservative rule, the current situation paints a much darker picture than ever. Even Starmer's most loyal supporters can't help but feel disappointed with the decisions he has made. After 14 long years of decline under the previous government, are they really dreaming of reviving the UK with empty promises? In a recent poll, only 20% of the public expressed support for him, and this figure is likely to drop even further. Starmer had a golden opportunity to rectify the mistakes made by the previous government, but instead, he has made matters worse. Starmer has done a dismal job of proving he is completely incompetent and unworthy of public trust. First, let's look at his poor decisions regarding taxes. He pledged not to raise taxes in certain areas, but just months after taking office, those promises were discarded like a worthless piece of paper. The public feels deceived, having had expectations based on his words. Rather than improving the lives of those struggling, Starmer has pushed them straight into a pit of despair with every foolish decision he has made. In the context of a global economic crisis, his tax policies have not only created difficulties for small businesses, but have also directly impacted the lives of the people. With the cost of living rising, many families are struggling to pay their monthly bills, and the government has not adequately supported them. The tax increases stemming from Starmer's policies have eroded public trust in his abilities. We cannot overlook Starmer's social policies, another crucial factor that has contributed to his downfall. Millions of citizens are facing financial hardship, but instead of listening and seeking solutions, he has made decisions that increase the burden on them. Dr. Roger Guell has harshly criticised Starmer's management failures, asserting that he does not deserve public trust. Guell emphasised that Starmer's lack of vision and leadership has made him a burden on the Labour Party rather than an inspiration to the people. Moreover, Starmer has failed to connect with his constituents. He not only lacks sensitivity to the issues people are facing, but also has no concrete measures to address the situation. Instead of proposing bold and innovative solutions, he has opted for safe choices, leaving the public feeling disappointed and devoid of confidence in his leadership. This has led to a decline in support for the Labour Party, with many voters turning to other parties, believing that alternatives might be better. Furthermore, the lack of communication with constituents has created a significant gap between Starmer and his supporters. He frequently dodges tough questions and lacks a clear strategy to address pressing issues, such as inflation or the energy crisis. This has made many feel that Starmer is merely a figurehead without real engagement in the lives of the people. They need a leader who can stand by their side, empathise with their struggles, and propose viable solutions, but Starmer seems unable to demonstrate that. Clearly, Starmer has not only failed in his decisions regarding taxes and social policy, but he has also failed to create a clear vision for the future of the Labour Party. He has been unable to turn promises into actions, leaving a significant void for the new and powerful ideas necessary in contemporary British politics. This dullness has made Starmer a disappointing figure in the eyes of voters, especially in a context where the Labour Party needs a leader who can inspire and unite. One noteworthy point in Starmer's policies is his approach to the justice system. Instead of ensuring security for citizens, he has made shocking decisions by releasing a large number of prisoners without fully considering the societal impacts. Meanwhile, his critics on social media face severe repercussions. This not only breeds public discontent, but also highlights a troubling reality. Freedom of speech is under serious threat. We are living in a two-tier society where criminals are treated leniently, while innocent citizens, simply for daring to voice their opinions, suffer repression. This policy has created an atmosphere of anxiety and insecurity, leading people to feel they are living in a country where safety is no longer guaranteed. Moreover, Starmer's misguided decisions regarding judicial policies have resulted in a decline in public trust in his leadership. Many are beginning to doubt whether he is capable of maintaining the country's security. Recent polls indicate a significant drop in his popularity, and this figure is not just empty rhetoric. Some have even suggested that he may not hold the position of Prime Minister for long. His approval ratings have plummeted by as much as 36 points since taking office, reflecting voters' disappointment and dissatisfaction with his decisions. It is impossible to ignore that Starmer seems to be trying to please a small group of his supporters while neglecting his great responsibility to the entire populace. As criminals are released to continue causing chaos, while ordinary citizens are punished for expressing their views, it is clear that an unacceptable injustice exists. This not only creates an imbalance in the justice system, but also stirs deep-seated fears among the public about their own safety. People are feeling more aggrieved than ever and no longer trust the government's ability to protect them. At a time when security issues are becoming increasingly serious, releasing prisoners without tight controls only exacerbates societal concerns. If Starmer fails to address this issue seriously and make sound decisions, he will only further erode public trust. In addition, Starmer's handling of immigration issues is also far from satisfactory. Instead of having a clear strategy to manage and reform immigration policies, he has made statements that many find uncomfortable, even somewhat discriminatory. This not only heightens societal divisions but also sparks a wave of outrage from those who feel abandoned. As more citizens lose faith in the government, they begin to feel that Starmer and the Labour Party lack the capability to tackle the pressing issues facing the country. Furthermore, the pressures from social issues such as poverty and economic inequality are weighing heavily on Starmer. His controversial decisions regarding welfare cuts and handling security situations have led many to feel that the government is detached from the realities they face. Without concrete and effective actions in the near future, this growing lack of trust may become a significant challenge for Starmer's administration and the Labour Party going forward. While social issues remain unresolved, public discontent will only escalate, serving as a stark warning for those in power. The public's response to Keir Starmer is becoming increasingly intense. Numerous protests and even riots have erupted across the UK, reflecting the deep-seated dissatisfaction among the populace with his proposed policies. Protesters are not shy about voicing their criticism of Starmer's decisions, claiming he has failed to listen to the voices of the people and seems only focused on implementing policies they deem unsuitable for real life. This disappointment stems not only from controversial decisions, but also from a sense of being neglected in a challenging economic context. The situation escalates as criticisms extend beyond street protests. On social media, people are expressing their outrage through protest hashtags, livestream videos, and posts sharing their views on Starmer's failures to deliver on his commitments. Political analysts indicate that Starmer is facing one of the most challenging periods in his tenure. They fear that the significant decline in public support may lead to his early resignation if he cannot find a way to restore public trust. Alongside public reactions, experts have provided in-depth analyses of the current political landscape. They emphasise that not only Starmer, but the entire Labour Party faces a substantial challenge: how to regain support from voters who have turned their backs on them. Predictions suggest that without decisive and effective actions, the Labour Party may face a serious rift that could impact their competitiveness in upcoming elections. The current political situation in the UK is becoming increasingly complex. Let us together follow the next developments in this dramatic political story. Will Keir Starmer find the light at the end of the tunnel? Or will he become one of the forgotten names in the country's political history? Let's wait and see.